Welcome back. I haven't talked to you in a while, and while I was getting ready, I was just here thinking about mental health and tell you about my experience with it. Because something came up at work, and I was just thinking, it's so crazy that if you have the flu or a cold or something, strep throat, you can you're not judged for taking PTO. Right? But why, if you say you're having panic attacks or mentally you're not good or you're having really high anxiety, or aside from mental health, I was thinking also, how come girls are judged for having to take off because they're periods? I think it's so messed up. I think that girls with bad periods should get a day off for cramping. It's so messed up. Anyways, I personally have struggled with really bad anxiety for since 2017. So y'all help me do the math. However long that is, feels like a lifetime. I remember when I was younger and in high school and even my early 20s, I had people close to my life who struggled with anxiety, and I remember being that person who didn't understand what that meant. I didn't know what anxiety meant. When people said anxiety or panic attacks, I wasn't rude about it. I just kind of tried to help the best I could without fully understanding what it was. So in 2017, I was traveling a lot for my IT job. I was doing East Coast to West Coast 2 or 3 times a week. I mean, you want to talk about things that'll break your mental health. It's not getting enough sleep and being on the plane all the time. So I don't know if that's what triggered it in the beginning. I think it was a lot of personal stuff going on, work stress, not sleeping a lot, and it's almost like when you're in overdrive and you don't let your body rest the way it should. Like everyone always says, your body will tell you, and holy my body told me. So I'm just gonna tell you about my first story ever experiencing anxiety, which I would say is like probably the most intense way you could ever experience anxiety. I always stayed at this hotel in San Francisco when I was working there before I got like Airbnbs to live in, because I was living there. I would stay in a hotel. It was the Marriott Oakland, and honestly I loved it. Side note, shout out Marriott Oakland. If anyone from there sees this, y'all remember me. I was friends with like all the people in the lounge, the hotel desk. They were my home away from home. I think I spent over 300 nights in that hotel. I love that hotel. Oakland Marriott, shout out. Anyways, so it was a normal night. I mean, I spent the night there all the time. It wasn't my first go around at this hotel. I had a little bit of a cold. Like I had felt a little under the weather, which looking back, I'm like, did I have a cold or was I just like not good mentally? Kind of crazy. Sometimes the two get interchanged because when you're having bad anxiety, you also think you're just very sick. It sucks. Anyways, so I remember going to sleep around, it was early because I took some cold medicine and I passed out in my bed. And when I woke, I'm getting anxiety just thinking about this night. It was so bad. When I woke up, suddenly out of nowhere, I felt really weird. And I thought it was like I was sick, or I didn't know what it was. I just felt not good. I woke up sweating and in this like dizzy state. My heart was pounding. I was like, was it the medicine? Am I sick? I didn't know what it was. I had no clue what was making me feel so bad. I remember going to the bathroom. Also, can we please talk about how usually I sleep in nighties? I don't know why that night I didn't have a nightie, or maybe no clean ones because I was always on the road. So I like passed out under my sheets naked. Don't judge me. The Marriott, those sheets didn't scare me. I was always there. Anyways, they would like save the same room for me, corner suite at the top. So they were my sheets. Point being, I was naked and I was running to the bathroom. I was splashing cold water on my face. I just felt sick. I was like, I'm gonna throw up. I didn't know if I was gonna throw up. I didn't know if I was gonna go diarrhea. I'm telling you, the feeling was so intense, and I was just, I don't want to use the word panicky right now because I didn't know it was a panic attack at the time. I called my mom, and remember, I don't know, maybe it was 9 o'clock when I woke back up from passing out, 9 p.m. So on the East Coast, it was midnight, and she didn't pick up her cell phone. So I called the house phone, and of course her and my dad were like, what's wrong? Are you okay? And I was like, I don't feel good. Something is wrong. Pause. I gotta do my liner. I can't do my liner and talk. Okay, I'm back. I do my liner. I wanted it to be absolutely perfect. I don't know if I can talk and make it perfect. Anyways, so my mom and dad were like, what's wrong? I was like, I don't know. I don't feel good. Something's wrong, or like, something feels off. What do I do? My mom was like, just sit down. Do you have a fever? Really just trying to figure out what was wrong with me? I had no idea, and I'd never felt this way. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I was like, I think I'm gonna pass out. I was like, I can't breathe. My heart's beating so fast. I was like, I think I'm gonna pass out. And my mom was like, you're gonna be fine. Hundreds and hundreds of miles away, so nervous, like didn't know how to help me. And then next thing you know, I think she heard the phone like drop on the ground because I'd passed out completely. And remember, she didn't know it was anxiety either because I never had it. I had never had anxiety ever. I was a no worry person. I was just fun and chilling all the time and working. So she had no idea. She thought I was actually very, very sick. Anyways, I kind of remember, like, if you've passed out before, like you kind of hear stuff even though you're not really all there. I passed out before, so I, obviously I knew it was coming and I knew the feeling, but I remember hearing her kind of scream through the phone, or maybe that was just my subconscious, who knows. And she hung up the phone and she called the Marriott, and she told the Marriott that I was in my room, I had passed out, she didn't know what was wrong with me, she thinks I'm really sick, and the Marriott knew who I was, of course. So they called 911 and they came to my room. Kaiser Oakland was right next to my hotel, so they were there in no time, literally. Kaiser Oakland came, and the worst part is that I was naked, passed out on my floor. I had my hotel latch on my door, so they had to bust through that, and I was naked. So they put me on the stretcher. I'm wheeling out the hotel where everyone knows me there, and everyone's like, are you okay? And I'm like, in and out. I'm like, I'm so sick, something's wrong with me. And that was my first panic attack. And it was actually pretty terrible. And ever since I've experienced and been dealing with them since 2017, and it's been a crazy journey, learning how to navigate life. I go to a therapist, I have a psychiatrist, I got there's all kinds of things that I have been proactively doing to make it better, but you're not alone. I've had some pretty bad experiences. That wasn't my last time passing out either, and that wasn't my last time calling the ambulance because I thought something was seriously wrong and I passed out. So just know you're not alone. Panic happens, and I do feel like I follow a lot of accounts about anxiety, and it's really nice to see the community of people who understand it and get it, because it's really hard to talk to people who don't get it. So let me know, have y'all had a first panic attack experience? Worse than mine, naked in a hotel alone. And other point is they took me to the ER and they did a bunch of blood tests. I was fine. They're like, you're good. Nothing's wrong at all. You're actually very healthy. And we're going to send you home. And I think the doctor whispered something to a friend of mine who showed up there, who lived in San Francisco. She showed up with her husband, and they're like, we think it's anxiety. So yeah, comment below. Let me know. I'm down to start a mental health awareness community on this page because Lord knows I'm here for it. All right, bye y'all. Thanks for listening.